Good evening, everyone. Welcome. Sunday. Great show, great show tonight. All three of us here. Keisha, let me put your avatar up because I got some stuff going on. What's going on, y'all?
Not much, man. Sunday night,
Nothing.
work in the morning. And I
How's
got
every?
me
How
on
was
the.
y'all week? How was y'all weekend? First and foremost, I one of the things that we I never want us, and I know we don't because we're all three close. I don't want us to ever take for granted how we're doing and just doing a show and not checking in on each other and making sure everybody's all right. So how was y'all weekend in general outside of me just conversating with y'all?
Who going first? My weekend was great, man. Y'all
Good,
killing
good.
me with these 8:30 starts on Sunday nights, though. I'm old, but I'm gonna stay up for y'all. But the weekend was good. They're
We
never
did
long
it
enough.
earlier today.
No, we had to do it at 8:30 because I
We could have did
once
it
we
earlier today.
say a certain time, you guys, one of the things I've been trying to do is really um planning and putting stuff in the community tab on YouTube for people to know what time to tune in. Appreciate everybody for being here. Somebody said I'm just here to see Dwayne's rating. That's probably Andre. Um, Power Book 2, Season 3, Episode 8. Bang, bang, bang. We seen two people no longer in the show, two characters. One character had the longest running in the Power series next to Tariq. Saxe has been an integral part in the show, and Saxe is no more. The actor Shane Johnson actually went on his IG and Twitter and thanked the Power Universe. Um, Me personally, I think Saxe's character was a very, very, very interesting, to say the least. You hated Saxe at one point, you liked Saxe at one point. Saxe was a figure that you kind of like felt bad for. Dwayne, I had the opportunity to tell Keisha earlier when we was talking. I'll never forget the time when Sax got tied up by Ghost and Tommy. That to me was one of the most hilarious episodes in the series, and he was scared to death. He was going to kill him, and the torture was just hilarious. So I wanted Sax out of here last year. I must admit, you guys, I wanted Sax to be gone, but I kind of didn't want Sax to be gone this season. I kind of
Well,
started liking him because he was having a moral dilemma of helping out Jenny, realizing Jenny was using him. Then he always had a soft spot for Tariq and Tariq's relationship with his mother. So I thought that was interesting, that they decided to kill Sax in episode 8, Any thoughts on that, you guys? Fuck them or
I
whatever.
mean, you get tired of
It
Sax,
was
but you
time
ain't
for
want to see
Uncle Nancy
Sax
to go.
dead. You know.
What'd you say, Tisha? It was time for Nancy to go?
It was time for Uncle Nancy to go. I
Uncle
mean,
Nancy.
where did he go from here if they
Mm.
didn't kill him?
Well,
I just didn't. I feel like his well,
Our brothers from the Soul Film Entertainment, who also do a great review show on the show, he did bring up a point just now. He said he didn't need to go to at the hands of Theo. Nobody else, like the whole Theo character. Now I guess because the brother brought it up, now everybody can understand why Redman didn't want to finish the role. Like, yo, you gonna kill me off as soon as I come home? We understand people be wanting work as actors, but at the end of the day, like Red didn't need to chase the bag like that. Like, you gonna kill me off? I'm Redman. Like I could bring more to the table as an actor. Like, damn.
yeah, it's like you tired of Sax, but you don't want to see Sax go out that way. And I was thinking about it today, and when you think of the original Power, who's left? It's just Tariq and Blanca, basically. That's all that's left, and like she wasn't like no big role.
Holy
Sax been a part of it, from the
next.
beginning.
Yeah, it's interesting. Sax, you know, and we would see Sax in certain episodes would literally call Jenny on her bullshit because, and even their last conversation when he said that she was too blind because she was too blind chasing her own ambition, I thought that was interesting because that's Sax. He was describing himself in her because basically she has turned into what he used to be about, cutting corners in investigation and so forth and so on, just to get their person. And so I thought that was interesting. Then the way and I hate to use this phrase, Theo did the Lord's work and put that daggone thing to his head. I thought that was interesting, and I love the symmetry of Tariq because even though Michael Rainey is a good actor, he looked it shocked. It looked it surprising. The ending was really good to the episode, and the music they played, I thought was really good. And I know we criticized the show a lot, and we really been given like last week. I thought last week's episode was off base, but I thought this week's episode really came back and tied in with the other 6 episodes. I thought it was really good. What are y'all thoughts? See, Keisha, Dwayne can't see you, so he don't know when to start talking because he don't know if you're going to talk or not. So that's why Dwayne is waiting like this.
Oh, well,
So
I mean,
what's
I
your
don't
thoughts,
know.
Keisha?
I'm sick of the investigation. I'm sick of the investigation. I'm sick of the police. Ain't no way they supposed to have Rico at this stage. They can't even get on or get on top. And they constantly being investigated.
I'm gonna ask you about that, Keisha, because we talked about that. Do you
I like the
think?
episode.
Do you think because we know, Keisha?
Gotta let it go.
I'm gonna stand fitting.
What'd you say?
I don't say
Keisha.
anything. Did you?
Oh no! I kept cutting you off, and
Go
Dwayne
ahead.
was telling me to let you finish your thought.
Say anything. I'm waiting on you.
Do you think the Rico thing bothers you because that's not real? Like how they do cases in that system. Like sometimes we look at real life and just say, "Well, that's not how they do it." I thought that was a cheap line that Braden used when he was like, Tariq said, well, "We got a Rico." He said, "YSL Rico." Sometimes these writers, man, and listen, you guys in the chat, I watched it 3 times, so I know that I can be nitpicky. But sometimes when you first watch the episode, and I'll tell y'all, I watched the episode Thursday morning at 1:30 in the morning. I was done. It was great. Great episode. Then when I watched the second and third time, I looked at it a little bit different. Not saying my rating has changed from what I first initially thought, but I think sometimes they be using the cheap lines. Kane with his and Dwayne, I'm gonna speak directly to you because that's your guy. I'm sick of Kane hating on Tariq, yo. I'm tired of it.
Well, I think part of the
He a
reason
sucker for love.
I think part of the reason he hates on Tariq is because Monet respect Reek more than she respects her own kids when it comes to the game, and getting business done. Like she'll tell him, you my thinker, this, that, and the third. Kane always trying to hold this family down, but they be playing Kane like he a dummy. 2+2, what 2+2 equal 5, stuff like that. He holding Drew down while Drew in there breaking the good china. He in there just breaking stuff.
Let's talk about that. Drew was going crazy. Drew was going crazy over that bussy.
He just breaking the good china, breaking all that stuff up. All emotional. He
Dwayne, Dwayne, I got a picture about your man. Let me put this picture up, yo. Cause look, your man was tripping right here, Dwayne. Your man was tripping. Hold up. Where's this picture at, yo? Oh, did I forget to put this picture up?
You lost the picture?
Yeah, I wanted to show Dwayne his man, yo. But anyway,
I don't know.
yeah,
he barely tasted the draws and he acting foolish.
No, my thing. What's up with the scene, right, y'all? All right, he got explained. Monet explained to him. He's like, yo, y'all trying to set Effie up. Monet said, yo, you don't need to know nothing. Keep your mouth shut. But like the scene that Dwayne said, before he went up there and consulted Drew, he was on them steps about to risk it all. He called her and he was about to give up all the goods, everything. And luckily he heard Drew breaking China, because he was about to tell Dwayne, he was about to tell the plan. And then he said, oh, yo, I'll call you back. You
knew for a while that Kane was into Effie like that. And you could tell, like, because Kane's sister in jail, man, like, you don't know what's going to happen. But he had time to get that tell from Effie, didn't he?
Yeah.
Stayed the night and everything.
I'm
wasn't thinking about Diana then.
On third watch
speak on it.
On third watch of the show,
Keisha, thinking about her.
On third watch of the show, he goes there with the intention to find out information about Diana being arrested. So he goes there. She don't want to let him in because he know he coming over for an ass call. They go through all these semantics talking about, I don't want nothing from you. And then she like, yeah. And then she just grabbed his hand and they, come on, y'all. Like,
but you knew that was going to happen.
When she bit her lip last week, we knew it was going to happen.
You know it was going to happen. Kane been trying to get that since the start. Listen, I agree. I agree with the gentleman that had his point about Kane. Kane is the one, man. Like, I've been saying that since the first episode of this thing. But nobody takes him, like, seriously. Like, Kane, it's in his nature to try to hold everybody down. That's why he paid Effie's tuition. You know, that's why he do some of the things he do.
Dwayne?
What?
That's not the one right there.
What
you see how he looking? He's upset. He rolled out with her on some, and then he said to Tariq right after this, yo, bye, y'all. Stay with y'all TED Talk, ma. Come on, bro. Like we planning something to avoid this Rico, and you worried about a TED talking Tariq, and then you leave with her?
Of course he gonna leave with her. He into her. He been into her. This ain't new. He ain't just get into her because they had sex. He been into her since day one.
Kane ain't been right. Kane ain't been right since
corny.
Season 1.
It's a lot of street dudes that's corny.
A lot of street dudes that's corny. Explain that.
Yeah, I'm gonna let y'all go with that.
I don't know nothing about corny street dudes, Keisha.
There's a lot of street dudes that's corny. They think they're in the street. They have corny. It's
now the streets
apropos.
Look, so the streets may accept some corny dudes, but I don't think it's too many corny dudes in the streets. I think the streets now would definitely. Well, I don't want to be, the old man or good off my lawn guy, but I think the streets accept a lot of dudes now that just wouldn't have got accepted. They said you caping, Keisha.
Nah, they was corny. It was some corny ones in our era too.
Why didn't Kane pay for his sister college,
like,
but he paid for
you tough.
Wow, Anthony, that's a good point. Yeah,
because he ain't trying to. Because he ain't trying to bag. He ain't trying to bag his sister, and Lorenzo paid for her tuition.
Yeah, Tariq is one of them corny dudes out in the street. Tariq a corny dude.
The extra she don't have money for.
No. The thing is she can't. But Kane broke her neck to pay her. He paid her tuition off, Keisha. He paid it off, and he didn't even get the pie. He paid it off before he got the pie, and didn't even worry about his sister. His sister had to go to
Effie.
His father. Okay.
Well, that's an interesting rumor,
Yeah,
I mean, somebody else gonna die. You could tell somebody else.
We know somebody gonna die. Yeah.
You could tell how it's set up. But listen, man, for a lot of times, man, we
about Drew.
What'd you say, Keisha?
How did y'all feel like Drew and Everett and him acting all emotional in the restaurant?
It was corny because that's not a viral moment.
Yeah.
I thought that whole scene was not.
You
Dwayne.
We didn't
breaking
hear
up.
you,
You breaking up.
Keisha. I didn't like that whole Drew thing. I thought the whole Drew scene with Everett.
Can y'all hear me now?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
better.
And the whole it's going viral with the title "Whose Man's Is This?" We know everything in life now is recorded, but that was dumb as hell. That whole scene was dumb. And let's be honest, if you pick up on tea leaves, and I know it's TV, y'all, wasn't Everett just in OKC? Like now he in New York, and Drew just happened to bump into them at a bar.
It was a road trip. He's in New York, so he was in New York on a road trip, and he went on Jamel's show, based out of New York. That's basically what it was. That's what they trying to tell you. But that's semantics. Basically, what it comes down to, man, is Drew. He don't feel like anything he loves last. You understand what I'm saying? And Drew is a killer. I keep trying to tell y'all, man, like he a killer. He been doing a lot of killing. He got a lot of bodies. Let's count the bodies Drew got up to everybody else's. Hell, I think Reek got a almost a bigger body count as everybody. Reek has killed a lot of people too, man. Think about it. You know what I mean? So I think right now, I think we've not given Monet the credit that she deserves. Yo, she's cold-hearted, man. You saw how she did Diana. Diana's talking about she want a fresh start. She want to go to Spelman. She was, I'll give you a fresh start right up your head.
Cover tuition and living expenses. It'll be a fresh start for me. Fresh start.
Her ass in the car.
I'll give you a fresh slap upside your fucking head. Go get in the car, Diana.
Fresh start. The hell you talking about? Naive ass.
That scene, and it's funny because Diana's character, I don't know for you guys, but for me, Diana's character don't fit. I know that Diana actually probably would be the one female with Tariq, but her character just seems odd. She acts like she's naive, then she acts like she knows what's going on. Then you see it in the police station. It's like she was talking too much. It's like she would have cracked unless Davis had came in there.
I kind of thought she held herself together at the police station. Just me. I kind of, I thought she held herself together up there.
She just seems weird. Like her.
I think
her
she's very manipulative, and she played off her innocence.
Right.
Well, she definitely.
That's how
she
got the
definitely.
cop.
She definitely, Keisha,
she
like
definitely
you said, how she got Whitman was basically to be able to manipulate and play the little innocent girl role. But I just feel like Diana is just like, I don't know, it's something odd about her. I do. Everybody always talks about that dinner scene from last season when she did that beautiful breaking up of the family with telling all the secrets. But I just think her character is just, I don't know. It's not, I don't have a bad or a good thing about her. It's just odd. I do think that just to bring the show up to speed a little bit, I did think the ending was really good. Like I said, the ending with Saxe was good, and the ending with Effie. What do you guys think about Kane seeing Lauren alive and he had that old shit face? You think he's going to take it out on Braden? Or what do you think you guys going to do? Because basically Lauren implicated Kane.
Kane is thinking about one person. That's all. Come on. He ain't thinking about no damn Braden. He ain't thinking about no Lauren. He's thinking about Effie. That's all he's thinking about. So what he thinking about is, how do I get my girl off the hook? That's what he thinking about. He ain't blaming nobody. She just ain't get the job done.
Oh, so he'll blame Braden and Tariq with not killing Lauren. But he definitely ain't gonna blame Effie. Yeah. Keisha, what you say?
I think blaming Tariq is
Is yeah. You say supporting game said Kane is going to try to kill Lauren. He ain't gonna better get to Lauren.
I mean,
I don't know how to. I don't know how they're going to write it in episode 9 and 10, but eventually they're going to find out that Lauren had contact with Tariq, and that's how Tariq knew everything. And that's going to basically blow the case. I mean, we all know that they really have nothing on Tariq. If you really look at it, Tariq has kind of insulated himself from their stuff. Now, it's some things that could fall apart, but Tariq, they ain't got nothing on Tariq. Tariq played his cards just like his father. He became Baby Ghost. Keisha, I know who you wanted to speak about. You wanted to speak about Noma, right? This delay is killing me. Keisha. I know Keisha had mentioned to me.
Yeah, well, man,
there's Noma.
Yeah. Yeah. You had wanted to speak about Noma?
I don't think that any of them can snitch on each other because Noma's gonna kill them.
Yeah, but for somebody that know everything that's going on and know all the movements, Noma and the other dude, how they don't know that the feds ran down on the spot? How they ain't realized that somebody went in there and switched the drugs out and put sugar in there? Like that part of it. Like I'm not trying to nitpick too much, but that part of it bothered me. Like she been on everything. All of a sudden, she ain't gonna know about that.
I thought that whole thing was interesting because they made it seem like because they lucked up and didn't catch Effie with nothing but sugar, they made it seem like in the show that's the reason why they let Diana out. Like,
well, I'm not even worried about that.
Diana got a possession charge. Like,
yeah, I'm not worried about that.
I'm
not really worried about that. I'm talking about Noma and old boy knows every move that's being made. Remember, he caught Tariq in them. So he don't know everything that was going on there. Yeah. And I think they went down the road they didn't have to go down with this whole Ponzi scheme and the money being messed up. And now you got, what is his name? RVS, RJS, whatever. Like now you got him involved in it. It's like, come on, man. Like, don't try to do too much. Like, you know what I mean? Monet going up to a country club. She just gonna walk past everybody and just get right to the table and talk to old boy. That's what they letting us know.
And then get a sip of the wine and say, "Oh, that's good."
Yeah, that's what they letting us know in 2023.
You need a little sun, you pink.
Yeah, come on, man.
You told the mayonnaise man, she said, "You need a little sun, you pink." That was
the Ponzi scheme didn't bother me, but now it does because it seems like it's over already.
Yeah.
See, it wasn't necessary. The Ponzi scheme, I don't believe was necessary like you guys, but now you done roped RSJ in the Ponzi scheme because in the world that they're in, because RSJ didn't tell, now he's a co-conspirator. So it's like, where we going with this? Are you going to increase RSJ?
I mean, I felt like if they was leading it up for next season, then it was okay. It's at the end of the season when they placed it in there. I mean, for the most part. But now RSJ is basically saying, I need my money by 5:00 tomorrow. So where is that going? It was like a useless story to me.
And I think in a sense with Lucas, I think Lucas is going to wind up being a patsy. I think him and Kiki is going to eventually get killed, go to jail. If they get arrested, they're going to tell everything. They're going to tell them the drugs. So I think they're going to figure out a way. And Braden may not want to do it, but we know Tariq can make it a way where they take the fall for a lot of the stuff. Definitely the stuff that's going on in Western Holdings. So I just think it's a bad storyline to go down. Also, the storyline with Tate, like I get it that they have a love interest for him in the show, but we know that they had a history, but they never showed us like them having nothing else. And then you just see her telling him, "Oh, don't take a meeting with the Westons." I mean, the Westons is basically the reason why you're at the college teaching. I mean, we know the influence that the Westons got on that school. Like, why would she say that if she felt as though the Westons wasn't good money and could affect what he's trying to do as a congressman? She wouldn't want to be affiliated with that whole, school or whatever. It's just weird. Tate is going to be Tate. Tate is going to be cutting corners. He going to do what he do. And he don't feel no shame in
He
what he
let
do.
that be known, though.
But, and Keisha, that's the one consistent I could say about this show. Tate has been the same person since day one when they introduced us to him, all the way out. He's never had no moral dilemma and said, "Oh, I'm gonna change it." Nah, he's just a piece of shit.
So now you know that
Well,
there's
I think
potential.
Davis is going to do a complete 360.
I was shocked, Keisha, believe it or not, when Tariq told Davis about Saxe, Davis went to the gun, and I loved it as someone who watches the show and watching Method Man act. But I was shocked that he was like, "Nigga, get out my way," because that's what we want to see in Davis. We want to see his ambition and him being what we would think is a little edgy. He's not really corrupt. He's just edgy when you think about it. And he tries to win for his clients, which most lawyers will try to do. And I was shocked that Tariq had to calm him down and be level-headed. Even he did that with RSJ. So that's where I always say that Tariq, if we're watching it right, he's becoming Ghost. And you even seen Braden make the reference like, "Reek, you always think of a plan. They're all coming to Tariq like, yo, you got a plan. You always got a plan. You always think of something." So that's where I always mention about the Ghost references and how they know that Tariq is one person that can figure some shit out to get them out of a situation.
I mean, he many ghosts. We know he many ghosts. It's. I thought it was a very good episode. Again, there were some things that you could nitpick on. I'm looking forward to see how the family battle gonna play out now. Now that Drew got exposed and the brothers don't know where Gordo is at. Now they know they're gonna have to confront Drew on that. I think the two mothers, that's gonna come to a head. I'm interested to see how those two ladies gonna come at each other because their family is losing people, man, and they gonna believe that each family got something to do with the deaths. You know what I mean? And the way Monet been moving her pieces around the board, how is all of her movements gonna play out once everybody knows she's been masterminding a lot of things that happen? Like, is Drew gonna find out how she worked that whole thing out with Gordo and then worked it out to have Drew kill Gordo? You know what I mean? So I'm interested in all that right there.
I can see how everything's going to come to a head. Definitely the file that Whitman had with the Zeke's murder, and we know how the previews made it seem. I can see it coming to a head when Monique has to tell him, or they find out that she was behind those murders, and them either abandoning Monique and her and Tariq because she's got an affinity for Tariq, and them not messing with their mother. I can see
Monet
that
don't care. Monet don't care that these kids don't mess with her. Like, look, she is not the mother of the year, man. Look, your daughter just got out of jail, and you talk about you ain't getting no fresh, clean start. Is you crazy?
I think
Put your ass in the car.
She cares, though. I think she cares. She's just a toxic mother, and there's mothers out there that all they want to do is control their kids every waking, living, breathing moment of their life. I
love her. I love her relationship with Tariq. I just think it's hilarious because she even goes to Tariq as, "Yo, you always got a plan, little nigga." Like, so I think it's interesting. I think that's the reason why Kane doesn't really like him. Even though Kane needs to be careful of Tariq, and we all know Tariq is the the center of the show. But Kane needs to be careful, Tariq, because Tariq had no problem killing his father in Kane's eyes. Kane at least hesitated when, Dante told him to kill Lorenzo. Kane is an interesting character. I know I don't want to go back to him. I know I brought it up out of nowhere, but Kane is a very interesting character, and I think that Monet.
But think about it. This is why her children are going to turn on her. Their whole motto is family first. So it makes sense that Kane couldn't kill his father. But for Monet to kill him, where's the family first?
Yeah,
they should all turn on her. But I want to see the showdown go. I want Monet to lose something.
She lost her son.
But see, let me ask you, Keisha. Based on what we've seen, Monet can't lose anything else because she don't. The outside appearance shows that Monet really don't care about them kids. She's trying, like you said, she's trying to control them. She loves Zeke. She
had the ultimate loss. She lost her baby boy to her, the one that she wasn't able to keep.
So I'm interested to see what's going to happen too, Keisha.
Well, my biggest issue here, and like I said, I'm giving this episode a 10 because it kept me. It kept me the whole time. So I'm giving it a 10.
Wait.
If I could have gave it 3 10s,
you only watched it once.
I watched it 3 times.
You only watched it once.
I watched it 3 times. Yes. So I'm giving it a 10 because it had a lot of wow factor in it.
Dwayne gave it a 10, y'all.
Yeah, I'm giving it a 10. Because the little things that you could nitpick with wasn't enough to make it a bad episode. I thought it was a very good episode. I wasn't expecting Theo to kill Saxe like that. Wasn't expecting that. I liked how they did the Effie thing, and then at the end, that's it. I gave it a 10, y'all. I did. And I'm being honest. And I don't give those out. I don't get those out freely.
Dwayne,
but there's a lot.
10?
What happened?
Is this your second 10 ever since we've been doing review shows?
I don't even know. But I think this was some very good acting in it. That scene with like Method Man and Reek and seeing them, like seeing Theo kill Saxe, I thought that was very good. And again, man, like love him, hate him, whatever. Saxe was a main part of this Power universe. So anytime a main character like that goes, I mean, how Jenny gonna react to Saxe being dead? How Blanca gonna react to it? What does it do to the case?
She's scared.
That's what I'm saying. So there's a lot to nibble on. This episode left you with not a lot to nibble on. Effie, what's going on with her? The showdown between the families, because they now know Gordo is out of there. They still got to deal with the Western Holdings. Western Holdings got to come up with this money for these people. How is Davis going to be for this family now that his brother is gone? You know what I mean? It is so much for you to bite into for the next episode that I don't think you could really say this episode was bad. This episode set us up for what should be 2 great last episodes. Because while all this is going on, where the hell is Noma? And she got to step back on the scene. Can you anticipate what's happening next week? I agree. The season's all over the place. That's what makes it good.
Well, I'm gonna say this, that I am shocked, you guys. Dwayne gave it a 10. I've known this man a long time. We talk about a lot of subjects, and for him to give it a 10 is high marks for the writers. And I feel good because I saw the episode first, and I told Dwayne it was a real good episode, so I feel better telling him that. I'm giving it an 8. It was standard. I really appreciate this season. I think that this season, honestly, is taking me back to probably season 4 of the original Power. After season 4, it got a little crazy in my opinion. this really been good. We've been seeing real good acting, as Dwayne said. This episode, the cinematography of the episode, it was tragic. I mean, we saw a lot of tragedy. At the end of the day, Davis saw his brother kill himself, and not only kill himself, he may have hurt what they got going on by killing Saxe, and they needed Saxe because now it might be up in the air whether Davis may become more of the target of the investigation because they may think that they found out that Saxe was the snitch and they killed Saxe or had his brother kill him. So it's going to be interesting going forward. I
Davis
think that we're
might
wait a
be-
second, Keisha. Wait 1 second, Keisha. I think that now with Effie being arrested, we need to find out a little bit more about Effie. I think it's an interesting thing that she may feel in jail that she's alone. She don't got no ties to nobody, so she can, for lack of better words, tell and say, "Fuck it, I ain't
just
dealing with
gave
nobody."
the drawers up to Kane like
No, I'm just
2 nights
she
in a
don't-
row.
That she in jail. In jail, motherfuckers be like, "I ain't got nobody." They start telling. They start telling if they ain't worth nothing.
Kane
So-
gonna put something on them books,
So
and he gonna come see her, and she gonna be all right. She gonna feel
I-
the love from Kane.
I think going forward, it's going to be interesting what her character does.
Hell,
And-
Woody the Great leaked something on his IG, a picture of him dressed up, and look what he put.
Look at your man, yo. Look at
Oh,
your man,
man.
Dwayne.
My man
coming in
Kane in love. My man
He
Kane
coming
in
in looking
love.
like a lawyer. Like
So you think she feel alone in jail? She don't feel alone. She know this man ready to hold her down after hitting twice.
he coming in looking like a lawyer, Dwayne.
Yeah. Got his Brooks Brothers suit on and shit. I
Nicole
don't
gave
like
it.
that they got my boy going out like
Nicole
that.
gave it an 8.5.
Yeah.
Supporting gaming, man. Your theories are amazing. Davis might turn to crack and coke after his brother's death.
He might.
Davis might start continue drinking. That might be the issue.
But let me ask you this.
Supporting
Man.
gaming called him Kane Shabazz.
like Ghost.
Let me ask y'all this, right? We all been around a long, we seasoned. We in our late 40s, mid 40s. Beer gonna get somebody drunk like that?
You see the way he chugged it was O'Doul's. You see the way he
Is
chugged the
beer
Belarus?
getting you drunk like that? Now, maybe the type of beer I drink, because I drink craft beers. And
Your
sometimes
people's
they're
here,
like
Dwayne.
10%.
Don't trip, I said it. She's in the building.
What's going on? So I gave it a 10. Now that you're here with us, I gave it a
Dwayne
10.
gave it a 10. Don't trip, I said it.
A big 10.
Keisha, what's up with your ratings?
So I want to see where Davis is going because Jenny and them know that he really did the crime, not his brother. I don't think Kane is going to help Effie get out of jail. I think Tariq is going to help Effie get out of jail. I think Effie knows everything. Effie knows Tariq killed his father. Effie knows Tariq killed the college professor. Effie knows everything. So it's imperative that Tariq helps her out of this situation. And that could be another reason he's so mad at her. I gave the episode an 8.75. Like I said, this is the best season that they've had. And even last week, the initial watch of the episode, it kept you in it and liked it. So I don't think they're really having too many missteps. Even though we broke it down, we watched it multiple times. You could go away, Dwayne. But on the initial watch, and for other people who is not going to break it down the way that we get down, I think they're having a phenomenal season. And I hope it will continue. Because like I said, I want to be... Because Monet done put her children in the line of fire. She put... So
Somebody
where's
look real
that
quick
going
and
to
see
go?
if somebody look real
He
quick.
hurt,
and
his heart hurt.
Google to see if they've been renewed
He done
for
lost his
season
butt
4.
buddy, and now they trying to kill him.
Sorry, y'all. I had an allergy attack. I had to go off camera for a second.
If Effie
Man.
did try to snitch on Tariq, Davis could easily argue that she's just a bitter ex who's mad she got dumped.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. That's interesting.
They got a bigger problem, man. There's a bigger problem, right? You see all these little things that's going on. They're little compared to the fact that Noma will kill all their asses. No matter how people will kill. Like, have we heard Monet go at Noma yet?
We ain't seen it yet. And Dwayne, that's a good point because I know
they never even met. I don't think.
In some of the fan groups, that's what everybody's been talking about. Is when they see each other, how is that going to be? Because you would think Noma knows about Monet. She says that Noma says that this is why Dante came to New York to sell drugs, but in all reality, Dante said he was coming back to get his boo. So
yeah, but you don't think Noma knows
and
that?
then the ring, the whole ring thing.
I don't think she knows that. I don't think she knows that that boy was his son. I don't think she knows that.
Wow.
What man is going to tell his fiance that?
Don't trip. I said it. Season 4 has been announced and Michael Ealy is joining it. Wow. Interesting. I hope that Michael Ealy comes to the show and I hope they don't kill him off by episode 2.
Michael Ealy going to be Ghost's brother.
Oh yeah. Onto
still searching for Ghost's brother.
Onto some of the conspiracy theorists and the theories. I understand that some of the theories may be true, you guys. I get it, and I see it like the rest of you guys because we all on social media. But sometimes we just need to let it play out a little bit. I saw the video where they said that Junior was Paz's son. I don't know if that video was doctored or not. I don't remember that episode. I'm be honest with you guys. I know some people go back into it and find out. But I don't remember him. And, basically,
I think sometimes, just my opinion, I think sometimes we get too caught up on the spoilers and what people out there. Damn, like, it's going to be on midnight on Friday. Like, just wait. Like, we can speculate on a lot of things until we actually see it. I hate leak scenes.
You guys.
That I'm watching.
And I was going to say that, Dwayne. Dwayne, for you guys that don't know, Dwayne, if it's a clip that comes out early, Dwayne will let me and Keisha know. Don't send it to me. I don't want to watch it because it does. And last year I had got my hands on a bunch of clips people were sending me. It destroys the whole episode. It takes away from it. So, but I do got the preview for next week's episode that people have seen. I don't know if you've seen this, Dwayne.
That's the Let's Talk 2 logo. I've seen that before.
Figuring it out.
Saxe and Tariq set me up to get arrested. Find out what you need to find out. This could be a fucking setup, D.
They don't want you, they want him. Tell on Tariq.
If she doesn't flip, we lose the case. They're not gonna stop till they find you.
This is my mess. I'm gonna handle it. I did come across a photo of a police report. Yeah, that's him. This could fuck us.
It's a preview, so you guys, it's gonna look intense, and like the brothers has said in the chat earlier, it makes you think things are going on that's not really going on, and this is what they do to try to pull people in, which is okay. But I'm looking forward to next week. I mean, to be perfectly honest with you, Fridays be getting here so fast nowadays that I'll be like, damn, Dwayne, another episode in a couple hours.
Yeah, don't be rushing time, man. Damn. I mean, I'm 2 months from 49, man. Let's slow the clock down a little bit.
Supporting gaming. I will never be a guest star in Raising Canaan. Raising Canaan is they don't want guest stars on there.
I want to be Breeze.
Breeze is the most anticipated character since Who Shot JR. I used to say I didn't care.
Yeah,
about
like it's ridiculous. They looking for Breeze like they for Ghost.
You're right.
To come
Don't
back.
trip. You said it. You used to say you didn't care about spoilers, but the season that they dropped the final, when Raina got killed, when they dropped that final and it was all over Facebook, that destroyed that season. That season ended up bad. They even got to a point where they was criticizing 50, talking about he was beefing with Starz. And it's crazy. His beef or his misunderstanding in business, people think that he's leaking it and all that. And it takes away. I mean, the spoilers are, previews are different because that's the production company sending it out. But
So we think that they're gonna when this sale is complete, we thinking they're gonna move the Power Universe to BET.
It'll be interesting if he was to go to BT. I always thought Dwayne.
I would hope so.
He ain't going to BT. I would think he would
go to. There's rumors that he's part of a
he's
group
part of the group with
that's going to buy it.
With Barris and Shaq, which is going to be interesting on who.
Well, it's important, right? Because just give me a moment, man.
Right.
Let's get BET back from Viacom, man. Viacom is just not good for our people. I know all y'all like the Basketball Wives and stuff like that. I can't stand it. Can't stand all that love and hip hop stuff. Viacom is bad for our people. They show our people in a negative light, and we just fall for a hook, line, and sinker.
Question though: is MTV and VH1 still together or no? Because I don't think they are. All them shows went to MTV.
I thought they were all under that Viacom umbrella.
Yeah, he bought a warehouse where he said he might film Power. I saw that on IG as well. But Starz is actually moving to Starz is buying some property in Newark. Where
Lionsgate is.
Yeah. Lionsgate is buying a lot of property in Newark. Us three happen to know where the property is. And if they buy that property and they build a studio down there, it's going to be huge because there's a lot of land where that is.
There's two studios coming into New Jersey. You got Lionsgate coming in there, and Netflix is doing a studio in New Jersey. I forget where at in Jersey.
The old Army base.
The old Army base. There you go. So you got two. It's going to be Jersey. Going to be a lot of films going on in Jersey. So get your extra on. You may see me being an extra or something.
Yeah, don't trip. Don't trip. I said it. That's a good point you just made.
Yes.
Writers Guild going on strike right now. I know Courtney Kemp has been talking about it. She's been mentioning it, and it's big. I mean, when you think about it, we as a consumer, we get mad at the programming. But I saw some things where some of these writers get mad at the programming as well. They know that these a lot of these shows is geared toward a certain demographic, a certain audience, and they don't like to do that. They like to, I know Writers of Power. I know Dion, he likes to write. He does some writing for Raising Kanan, and he likes gritty. He don't like all the emotional storylines. So I think that the Writers Guild being on strike is going to have a major effect. If not this season, coming up towards the fall, it's going to definitely be an effect towards next year's shows. So that's a good. We did our rating. Anybody want to put their rating up? Go ahead now. I'm looking forward. Like I said, Dwayne said, and I agree with him. They set us up. They teed it up for 9 and 10. 9 and 10 cannot be duds based off of 8. 8 is so good that 9 and 10 is good. Well, don't trip. I said it. Newark is kind of like gentrified a little bit already.
Yeah, you can't go down. You can't go down by the Pack or the Rock and do anything stupid.
The area
stupid down there.
The area where they trying to buy the studio, where Lionsgate is trying to buy the studio, is actually a borderline. It's accessible to the highways. It's accessible to a train station. It's accessible to a big supermarket that's right there. So, and it's a major street. It's a lifeline of the city. It's a street that's on the lifeline of the city. So it's a real quote unquote good area. Historically, it might not be, but it's a good area now, and they could really clean it up. BET went from Black Entertainment Television to Dookie Entertainment Television. You know what's funny? Supporting gaming. You say BET. I don't get BET where I live at. My company was on strike from November 2022 until February, and the company is still rebounding. Wow.
It's tough. Like Quinta Brunson was down there with the writers striking.
Yeah.
You know? Who's going on break?
Well, that's another thing, Dwayne. I wanted to ask you and Keisha, did y'all hear anything about what's coming next? I know usually they start promoting by now, like right after one of the Power series, Raising Kanan or BMS.
I haven't heard.
I mean, well, they finished filming of Force. Force is that's ready. So if they could go to that, and I'm sure they finished the filming of Raising Kanan. So I would think Kanan's coming next, and then Force after that. That's usually how they do it.
And then throw the Shy up in there.
Yeah, but the Shy on Showtime. So.
Yeah, Shy on Showtime. Well, we know, for those of us that watch a lot of shows when we can, it's a lot of shows, quote unquote, in the hopper that should be coming. I know, so we'll see.
We need to bring verses back too. We need some more verses battles.
Well, according to Swiss Beats, he did an interview with Jennifer Hudson. He said as soon as Jennifer Hudson and Fantasia sign, that'll be the next verses.
Okay, because we need that. We need that Ebony K. Williams versus Angela Vi versus.
Don't trip. I said they saying Tommy got pushed to next year, and they have new writers. Wow. I hope Kanan is next. Well, listen, you guys, we're going to conclude our show. Appreciate you guys in the chat. Always support.
You don't like that versus I suggested?
Remember to like, share, subscribe. The best way to support our show.
We'll talk offline.
It's to support. With that, everybody have a great week.
Oh.
Good night.